Look great, man. Look fantastic as always, man. What you talking about? Look fantastic as always.
Just saying you always do.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I don't know. I've been up since 6:30, man.
Oh, dude, I should probably turn this music off so you don't get copyright.
What music?
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear. We can't hear anything. Oh, there you are. Okay, I see it. I see the video. Here it
Yeah,
is.
man. We're here.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later, man.
Okay.
All right.
See you, Dave.
Later.
Bye. Man.
Well, you have been a busy bee this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I had to let the chickens out.
Yeah.
You know. Had to feed them, feed the cats.
Right.
You know, Howie had to have his breakfast. And this was all like at 7 in the morning.
Good grace alive.
So yeah, I've had a whole day already. Stefan says
Man.
bye to Dave.
I'm trying to get everything pulled up here. I guess it takes a few minutes. I don't know. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see nothing on my end yet. What in the world?
I see it. How you doing, Stefan?
Thank you.
Are you signed in to YouTube on that?
Yes. Do I need to sign out?
I don't think you can see it on your own channel.
Okay, let me
You have to go. Yeah,
sign out. Okay.
use a different browser and you'll see it.
Oh, here we go. Now it's look at there. I signed out of it and it popped right up. Look at that. There we go. Okay. There we go. Center. There we go. I got it.
You know what you should call this show?
Yeah,
Do
totally
you have
lost.
do you have do you have a show yet that you call Morning Joe?
No, but that's a great idea, man. But I remember we've talked about that before.
You could do a show in the morning, call it Morning Joe, and then when you get really mad, if you get really PO'd,
Yeah.
you can vent on a show and call it Moaning Joe.
Yeah. Or bitchin' Joe, one or the other. Oh Lord. Oh yes, yes. Johnny noticed my T-shirt earlier.
I
And,
shaved. Look at this.
Look at that. You do, man. You nice and clean cut. And yeah, Johnny noticed my T-shirt earlier. This is, if anybody's familiar with the show House, I love that show. Watch it all the time on Netflix. And then I ordered this like 2 weeks ago, and then I went to click on Netflix on my Roku to watch some more House, and they done took it off. It's not there anymore. I said, "Wow."
They closed the door on that one.
They closed the door on it.
So what's it like ordering those shirts off Facebook? Because that seems really sketchy to me.
Well, I haven't had any problems, man. It's not like I order them all the time. I do have a few that I have ordered. I think this makes like I think this is like the third or fourth one. And but no, I haven't had no trouble. It's not like I order them all the time, but I have done it a few times. But yeah, man, it came in the mail yesterday. I said, heck yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So take it, man. Check it out, Johnny. The vintage white Wolfgang special, man.
Look at that.
Vintage white. I've had this puppy for quite some time. Got the black binding on it. Because I know you'll be doing your show today, later on tonight for Wolfgang Wednesday. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Is that Japanese or is that Chinese?
No, made in Mexico. Made in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. It's it's got the Fender logo on the back, if you can see it. Yeah, man. I had this for probably, oh yeah, got the cool nylon EVH strap too, to go with it.
I still got to get one of those.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's great, man. It's great strap, and I love it. It's real comfortable, and I like it because it's got the if you want to adjust it, it's got these Velcro strips. You can just adjust your strap that way. You don't have to deal with like a buckle. You know, it's really awesome, man. Everything Eddie seems to come up with, whatever, is always real cool and convenient, and it always seems to work very well. You know.
Here's the leather version, and yeah, it's
Yes.
the same way.
Yeah. Oh, you got the hooks on yours. Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. And I like that Epiphone behind you, or is that a Gibson? Or I think that's your Epiphone, right?
Epiphony.
Epiphone. I got two of them.
Yeah, it's a good guitar. I think it's made in China, I think.
Yeah, that looks awesome, man. Didn't you put some new stuff on? Upgrade it somehow, or is it still the same?
No, I what did I do? I changed the volume knobs. I've changed the pickups a few times. That's a Seymour Duncan in the bridge. Mm-hmm. Hey, Richard Smith.
Hey, Richard Smith. What's up, man?
I think they called it a Stag Mag.
Mm-hmm.
And the pickup that's in the neck position is a which one is that? It's a P90. It's a P90 in the neck. I'm not sure where. It's just a generic pickup.
It looks great, man.
But yeah, it's a good guitar. It's a good guitar. That's a guitar that I used in this band called the Mayfire. We actually had a deal with Gibson at the time. We actually had a deal with Fender and Gibson at the same time.
I remember you telling me that. I was like, wow.
Yeah. So I played my Fender Telecaster, and I got a Fender amp through Fender for the artist price or whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm trying to think. And we went on tour. We did a tour. We played in Texas. We played called the South by Southwest Music Festival. And at the time, Gibson had given us a 335, like a USA, really nice guitar. Hey, 802 Blues, hey man.
Black Belt Yellow Belly says, "Sweet axe, JB." Go ahead, Johnny. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, man. yeah. And so anyway, so Gibson, they gave us a 335, a super nice guitar, but we didn't take it to Texas for some reason on that trip. So I took this guitar. I remember. So I played this. I played that guitar, and there's a tiny bit of footage of me playing that guitar at South by Southwest. It's actually on JohnnyBeane.com.
What's up, Mr. Michael Bishop? Thanks for jumping in, everybody. Yeah, man, that's awesome, Johnny. And I really enjoy your pics you've been posting on Facebook and Instagram, man, from back in your, I guess, when you were on the road a lot or whatever. Really cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Throwback Thursdays and
yes.
Monday memories.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are just photos that are on my computer. I just find them and I'll find a cool picture and I'll just post it and I'll think, when was this? Where was this? And I'll just, little caption or whatever.
Right.
I actually have some real nice photos playing this guitar, some professional pictures.
Wow.
I'll post some of those in a little while.
Yeah, I love that guitar.
Yeah, it's a great guitar. I mean, it's a lot of people look at those as like budget guitars, which it is.
Yeah. I have two of them, so I love them.
I really do. The same kind.
Well, I have one that's not the same kind as you got. It's a Epiphone Les Paul Studio, and then I have one that's a Epiphone Les Paul Standard Pro.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
I wanted a Les Paul Studio, actually, for a long time. The truth is, the real reason why I have this guitar is because at the time, Andy Taylor from Duran Duran played a Les Paul that looked like this. And so because he had one, I had to get one. And so that's the reason why I even have this guitar was because it looked like one that he played.
Oh man,
But of course,
you know
his
how I
was
feel
a
about
real one
Andy
though.
Taylor, man. I love Andy Taylor.
Yeah,
Golly.
yeah, yeah. He's awesome. Actually, a friend of mine went to go visit him just recently.
Oh, really?
He's jamming with him. A friend of mine that plays drums is actually jamming with him. Probably this is probably a week ago.
Oh my gosh.
So he still
So
plays music. He still plays.
I think I could be wrong, Johnny, but I think I found him on Instagram. If that's the right one, um, the if that's him, which if that is him, he's not real active. And a couple of photos I seen him post are like of some food, and I want to
Mhm.
say he's in like, oh man, what is he, like in England or something? I can't remember if that's correct, but it's not here in America. And
No, no, no. Well,
and I was
he's
like,
he's
man,
he's in Spain.
oh,
Is where he is.
Spain. Okay,
Mhm.
okay,
Mhm. But Andy Taylor, that's such a common name. There's billions and billions of them.
right, right, yeah, that is.
His son is also named Andy as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and his son lives in England, so it could be his son that you're looking at,
Oh, okay, it
and
could
he's a
be.
musician as well.
Oh, okay, it could be his son. Yeah,
Did you
I
follow?
was,
Did you follow him?
I did. Um, I can't remember exactly what the if it was just Andy Taylor or if it was something else. I can't remember. Whoever, if that's him or if it's son, whoever, they're not real active. They don't post much at all.
Oh, I found it. Oh, I'm following him too.
What is it? Okay, is it just Andy Taylor or is it?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. This is. Let me look at the pictures. Okay, this is his son. You're following.
okay,
That's his kid.
okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay. Well, that's cool.
And he's a foodie.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
yes. I didn't know if
he
Andy
likes
Taylor was.
sushi.
I didn't know if guitarist Andy Taylor was on there or not. Wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
this is his kid that you're following. Yeah, yeah, he was in a great band. Uh, about 10 years ago, his kid.
Hmm.
What were they called? Electric, Electric City or something. I
Hmm.
can't remember. Something like that. Anyway, his kid's a great musician. He's a great musician. And I know a couple guys who have been in bands with them over the years, and yeah. Anyway, as you know, Andy Taylor, from Duran Duran, he's a major influence on me as well
Right.
for a long time. So anyway, that's the reason I even have that guitar is because it looks like one that Andy played, and there you go.
Well, I wasn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't a real big Duran Duran fan, but when the Power Station came out, oh man, you got to be kidding me. That was awesome.
Hmm.
I was like, man, and the work he did on Bang a Gong when they covered that
Hmm.
was phenomenal.
Hmm.
It was.
He also played he also played on Robert Palmer on his solo stuff as well.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Was that before or after Power Station? That would have been
That had to
after.
be.
That would
That
have
was.
been
That was after.
after.
That's
That
after. Yeah, because
like what's the huge Palmer song?
Addicted to Love.
He did
Remember
the
that?
videos with the like
Yeah, with the
the mannequins.
models.
Yeah,
It was called
yeah.
Addicted to Love. Remember that song Addicted to Love and Simply Irresistible?
Irresistible. It might have
Yeah.
been one of those songs Andy actually played on. He
Yeah.
played on. Andy's played for a lot of people. He played for
Belinda Carlisle
Belinda
too.
Carlisle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
See?
Yes. I got you, Johnny. I'm telling you. And he had Center says he loves the Power Station. I did too, man. I hate they only had one album, but of course I got it. I got that sucker. But
No, they had
I've
two
had it
albums.
I've had it. They had two albums?
There's another one. They made another one about 10 years later. Yeah.
Was
Mhm.
Andy Taylor the guitar player on there?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
gotta check that. I gotta check that out, man. I gotta get that.
All the same people.
I didn't
Mhm.
know that because it wasn't long ago. Well, well, I guess it's been a while, but I remember the drummer passed away, and then some years later, Robert Palmer passed away, and
Mhm.
I was like, oh man! But I did not know what's the second album called, so I can look it up, so I can get it. Do you know?
Uh,
Yeah,
where's
you don't have to
my
go to no trouble, man. I didn't know if you knew off the top of your head.
Where's my iPod? I have it. My iPod's in the room. Anyway, you'll find it because they only had 2 records. So just look up Power Station. I think the second album came out in like '96 or
Wow, they waited a
yeah,
long time,
late
didn't they?
'90s. Late
Wow.
'90s, the second album came out.
That's cool, man. I definitely have to check that out.
And
And
there's
you know,
video. There's
of
video of
course,
them from then. Yeah.
I have to look that up, man. I didn't know that. Wow. I have to and you know, of course, Andy Taylor solo stuff, I loved that. I mean, I remember buying the cassette album when that came out, and at first, because that was in what, Johnny? That was because his name of the album was called Thunder.
That
And
would have been like 86, 87,
yes,
around the
yes.
time of American. Is it? No, not American.
American Anthem. American
American
Anthem.
Anthem. Was that it? Yeah.
Because he did that. Yeah, he did the song "Take It Easy," which I love that song. And
Mhm.
that riff is really similar to Bang a Gong too, by the way.
Mhm.
You know, and when you listen to it, and I said, "Ooh, he changed that up just enough to where it's not." You know what I'm saying?
And that's back when he looked like Bon Jovi.
Yes, and he was playing a Kramer. He was playing
He
the
was
Black Kramer. Remember?
he was almost like John Bon Jovi in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Because I remember when he did the. I've told you this before, but I'll recap on it real quick. When he done when MTV used to do the New Year's Eve bash back then, I remember when he came out and did music for that whole bash for that night, and I remember watching it in my parents' living room downstairs, and I'd already had his cassette album Thunder, and I remember seeing on TV, Andy Taylor will be performing tonight on the MTV New Year's Eve bash, and I was like, ooh, Andy Taylor. And I remember watching it, and I watched it, man, and he had that Black Kramer, him, a bass player and a drummer, and I remember he brought out DeWeasel Zappa for a number or two, and DeWeasel came out with that bright green. I don't know if it was
he was playing Kramer too.
Yeah, Kramer. Yeah, and because DeWeasel had an album at that time. Remember, it's called "Having a Bad Day." He put out that album he had done that song with his sister. Talking about and talking. I mean, it was. My buddy had that album when we was in high school, and he's like, "Have you ever heard of DeWeasel Zappa?" I was like, "Who's that?" He says Frank Zappa's son. I was like, "Nah, man." And "Living in
Brent?
Fear," Center says that must be the name of that album, Power Station. Living in Fear.
I think it is. Brent Cohn is calling me.
Okay, cool, man.
I don't think he's watching this though.
Uh-oh.
Did you see that painting that he got?
Yes. That was awesome.
He hung up. Brent, you're not watching this, are you? Does Brent follow you?
Do you know
Brent?
Yeah, I'm friends with him on Facebook, but I don't know if he follows me on my channel. I have no idea. Tell him to go.
I saw that he just replied to my he posted some stuff on my Facebook, and he just replied to me, and that was him calling. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, he's talking about. Did you know that there's a kill switch? There's a volume pot that's also a kill switch.
I heard y'all talk about that last night on your Veda. Talk about that, and I didn't know. I'm that.
Live with Joe on YouTube.
He's gonna go to your channel.
I know I'm live. Oh, that messed up.
Don't you love that and how that just messes sentences up? And you're like, that's not what I said.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but dude, there's so much Andy Taylor solo stuff that you probably have never heard.
Oh man, I gotta dig into that.
He did a lot of stuff about 10 years ago that he was posting all over MySpace. Did you ever hear any of that stuff?
No, I haven't messed with MySpace. No, I mean when it first came out years ago, I signed up for it, but I never did nothing on it.
Well, Andy was on there, and he was posting a lot of brand new music about 10 years ago. And cool. I have it. I have all of it.
Awesome.
It's great stuff.
Michael Bishop says, Joe, does the new delay pedal have you play any David Gilmour stuff? No, Mr. Bishop. I haven't done nothing like that. No, David Gilmour, awesome guitar player. Great blues feel in his solos, which I love. Just never been a huge Pink Floyd fan. I like a couple of their songs, and that's about it, man. But he is phenomenal guitar player. I love how he does everything. you know, his feel and everything is awesome. He's a fantastic guitar player. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I remember when Andy Taylor was doing that MTV New Year's Eve bash that time, and I said, "Oh man, it's Andy Taylor, man!" I watched it, and man, I was jacked up after watching that. Man, I was wanting, and at that time, I got my guitar on Christmas Eve of '86, so that was about the same time I got my guitars. I couldn't play anything, but watching him, just I was like, "Oh God, I got to learn!" You know, it was so cool. And I recognized all the songs he played because I had his album, and that's pretty much when he was coming out on his own in the MTV era. He was kind of breaking out real good, you know. And I was like, man, and I just always loved his stuff, man. He's a great singer, fantastic guitar player. So he's in Spain now. I wonder what he's doing in Spain. I guess just chilling out. I guess I don't know. I wonder what the deal was. Why he left Duran Duran. Was that like a mutual thing, or did something go down? I always wondered about that. I never knew.
I can't remember. He actually wrote a book. He actually has
Yes,
a
I
book.
saw that on YouTube. Yeah, he wrote a book. I was hoping the audio version would come out. It might be on Audible. I just have to look up the title and see if it's there. I don't know if it's in an audio form or not, but I would love to check out that book.
Mm-hmm. It's a great book. I never finished it. I
So you've
started.
read some of it?
I've read some. Yeah, I found a copy of it at Amoeba Music at Amoeba Records down in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
We were down there on tour. This was when was this? 2008, 2009, somewhere. We played a show in Hollywood, and we were driving back up the next day. And I was in the back of the van reading the book. I remember.
Cool.
That was when we played in Silver Lake. What's that club called? You ever see that movie? Is it what's there's a movie with I'm trying to think, with Jim Carrey. And is it Jim Carrey? And he ends up having to tell the truth about everything. He goes to
Liar,
the
liar, liar.
seminar.
If this Jim Carrey, I'm thinking if he has to tell the truth to everything, it's called Liar, Liar. Where isn't that what that is? That what you're talking about?
I'm not sure. Anyway, there's this movie. I think it's Jim Carrey where he has to tell the truth, and it.
Here's Brent Z Rocks. Hey Brent, what's up, man?
Oh, there you are. Hey man. Hey man. Let me look just to make sure.
Okay.
Make sure I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there's a scene. Let me see.
Brent, I like your new painting I saw on Facebook, man. That was awesome. That piece of artwork that your friend sent you, that was killer.
Okay, no, that's not it. It's I don't even know. Anyway, there's this movie, and there was a scene in the movie that was filmed at this club. And anyway, we played it at the club. We played at that same club. It's actually been in several different movies.
The club?
Yeah. Yes Man.
Oh, okay.
It's called Yes Man.
Oh, okay.
And that came out in 2008. So that would have been around the time we played the same place. Anyway, okay, it was called Yes Man, and Jim Carrey. And there's a scene in the movie where he goes to this club, and Zoe Deschanel's band is playing at this club.
Okay.
Anyway, that's the club. We played at that exact.
That's cool.
Exact Club. I'm trying to think what the place was called. I think the Satellite. Is it called the Satellite? Anyway, 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 we played at this club. Next day, I was in the back of the van driving back up to San Francisco, reading that book. That's the whole. That's the whole story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what the part of the book that you read, Mike's himself, thumbs up, bros. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you,
When
man.
the part of the book that you had read, I know you say you didn't finish it, but did it
was
seem
just the
pretty?
beginning.
Oh, so you didn't get real far in it?
It was mostly about him growing up. Is what I mostly.
Oh, so you just got in the very beginning. Okay, all right.
I think Duran Duran. I think they just didn't get along. I think that was it. And so Andy Taylor left, and then John Taylor left.
Oh, okay.
Left, and that's when they formed Power Station. And then at the same time, Duran Duran wasn't around either, and so they had a band called Arcadia.
Oh, okay.
Which was Simon and Nick
Rhodes.
Mm-hmm. So there's an album out there called Arcadia, which isn't Duran Duran, but it's.
They just had a different name. Wow, I didn't know that either.
You didn't know that?
No, I never followed Duran Duran, man. The only thing I remember from them.
You weren't a Duranie?
Jimmy, everybody needs somebody sometime. Anyway, I don't even know if that's right. But so back in the day when MTV was kicking, I remember seeing a couple of Duran Duran videos, Hungry Like the Wolf and Reflex and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Brent says, Johnny, you would love that kill pot, he says.
I'll have to look into that, man. Yeah, it's a volume pot, but it's a kill switch at the same time. You just push the top of it, and it cuts the sound.
Micah himself says a lot of egos in Duran Duran, but great musicians.
Yeah.
I never followed them that much. I just never could get into them, but they were hugely successful.
Oh, I was into them because of Andy Taylor. That's the reason.
Oh yeah, but
Superman.
I would try to listen to it, but I was like, come on, man, let Andy rip some solos or something. And it was, I don't know. I was so glad when he went solo for that while. I was like, thank God, So yeah, that was cool, man.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever hear that their reunion album in 2004, 2003?
Is this Duran Duran?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about that. Now that you say that, I do remember that, and I was like, did Andy Taylor go back with them for that? So
yeah,
but I never looked into it.
Oh, it's called Astronaut. It's a great record.
Oh, okay.
It's a great album. It's a great album. They actually did a live. There's a live like concert video that they did back around that same time. Yeah, and they were on tour. Yeah, they did a tour. They came through here, and I heard about it too late. That's one show I wish I would have gone to because Duran Duran, they're always here. They're actually coming here soon. But without Andy Taylor, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't do it for you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you at all, man.
I mean, it does. I mean, it's still great stuff. I am a huge fan. I'll admit that.
Right.
But I don't know. Their last album was cool. Their last couple albums have been great. The last one was actually pretty good. It's called Paper Gods.
Mm-hmm.
It just came out like a year ago.
Oh wow!
Remember that day when the power went out here?
Yes.
Talking about the power station. Remember when the power went out and I was in the dark for like 24 hours?
Yes.
I was listening to that album.
Oh, okay.
I was listening to that in the dark.
There you go. Staying entertained.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome, man. Very cool. Very cool. So, for people that's maybe watching this for the first time or whatever, I'm on with Johnny Beane, a great friend of mine who lives in California. He has his own channel called Johnny Beane, has his own show Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. They talk guitars, EVH gear, all kind of cool stuff in between. So, Johnny, would you like to say anything about your channel while you're on here?
Who is this? No. Yeah. What? I like to talk about guitars, talk about music. I mean, it's kind of like what we're just doing. We're talking
Right.
about the history of some great bands.
Absolutely.
I dig doing that stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 o'clock Pacific. We'll be live tonight. We call this, it's Wednesday. We call it Wolfgang Wednesday.
Yeah, baby.
Talk about
Absolutely.
Wolfgang guitars. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I do a lot of different stuff on my channel. Thank you, Brent. What's in the cooler? It's too early. It's too early to look enough.
Johnny goes, I don't know if I should tell you or not.
Yeah. Let me just say, it's too early. All right.
Oh my goodness gracious!
No. I'm drinking tea. I swear.
Good God!
I'm drinking black tea. No, this has been sitting there.
Sure it has.
Yeah. But no, yeah, we go live, all the time. Actually, this whole month, I'm doing videos every day this month for Veda vlog every day in April.
Absolutely.
Did a live podcast last night with Dave,
which was awesome, by the way. Yes.
Was that all right?
It was great, man. I loved it. I'm driving down the road while y'all were doing it, and I try to comment every so often. So if other people jump on there and they say hey or somebody, I can't really respond. So my apologies. So I'm not trying to be rude. It's just but I do. Yeah, it was awesome, man. I loved it last night. Dave was on there for a little while, and because I know it's hard, man, when you're doing something by yourself, like a Veda or video or anything, it's kind of tough, man, by yourself. It can be challenging unless you have something lined up to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
But I really enjoyed it, man. I really did. I thought it was fantastic.
It was cool. Yeah, because I had swore I wouldn't do those late night podcasts with Dave anymore because he ends up falling asleep and
well, there is a 3-hour difference.
It is kind of weird. It's like it turns into like pillow talk, which is no. So although
pillow talk.
Yeah, I guess it gets kind of funny. So that's fine. But yeah, podcasts, guitar lesson videos. I've actually got some guitar lessons lined up. People have sent me some questions and stuff about stuff. So I've got some of those I need to do. And
awesome.
And yeah. I know. It's only 11:40. But look, this has been sitting here, and this is not. I'm going to totally ruin this. It's not what you guys think. All right. So there you go. There you go. It's it's not what you think, and I'm not even drinking this right now. So.
Sean S., what's happening, man? I mean, Charlie S.
Hey, Charlie.
Johnny done messed me up with that beverage, and I'm sitting there saying, Sean, I'm sorry, Charlie S. How you doing, man? Thank you for jumping on. Sorry, I got it mixed up.
Charlie C.
Oh my goodness gracious alive! My goodness. Whew.
Yeah. No, I'm drinking Earl Grey, which I need a refill actually.
Oh.
What's up, Charlie?
Refill. Yeah, man.
What's up, man?
Absolutely. Well, all right, Johnny, I guess we'll get ready to wrap this up, man. And I have to split here in like 15 minutes. I have to go ahead and head to work. Leave here by 3, get to work by 4, get everything ready to go. And hopefully if everything goes smooth, I can leave the dairy at 4:30 and start heading down the road to Myrtle Beach, man. 4.5-hour ride, get down there, do my thing, come on back.
Charlie S., tell me about it, man. It's a wasted trip to the store. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I know.
Absolutely. Man.
See you, Mike.
Yeah, man.
Once you hang up, I'm going to ask you a question, though.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question because I see something you got on here that I want to ask you about.
Okay.
What you think about that.
Okay, no problem.
So.
No problem. So, thank you, everybody, for jumping on and watching this, man. Johnny, thank you for joining, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Are you going to be listening tonight?
Yes, sir. I will. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, I will.
Cool.
Absolutely. Charlie S says safe travels, Joe. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, man. Thank you, Brent Z Rocks. Mike is himself. Charlie S. Let's see who else we got in here. Mr. Michael Bishop, Center.
Brent
Black Belt,
Cone.
Yellow Belly. Yeah, Brent Z Rocks, and I think that's it. So, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining. Again, check out Johnny Beane on YouTube. He'll be live tonight, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. Brought to you in part by O'Doul's. Okay. So, okay.
Oh, duds.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Johnny, I'll see you. Thank you very much.
See you, man.
All right. Bye-bye.